Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. There is maybe a solution here to the poor tech from before. But firstly, we're going to be, my name is Dan, by the way. We're going to be going into the crypto tier list, which we'll jump straight into. So it's a tier maker, which is what we're using. And there is different tiers and how I've done this. So it's not necessarily about what will get you the most gains. It's not necessarily regarding the biggest X's. It's kind of the projects that I feel have got like the best potential during the next bull run in 2025. So it's a little bit different. I know there's a few duplicate ones in the list at the bottom. Obviously, we won't talk about those twice, but we'll move straight into it. And for me, we'll go straight into Casper. Casper is something I've been talking about for a while. I'm actually going to be purchasing some in the next couple of days. Casper for me goes straight into the elite list. The reason behind that is that it's proof of work. It's doing really, really well. Obviously, it's going to become a big thing, I think, during the next bull run. People are saying Casper is silver, Bitcoin is gold. But I just feel it's got that little bit of something extra that a lot of the projects don't have. And I think its community is absolutely sensational, which is one of the big things. I'm going to move myself slightly further out the way, purely because I think that'll be easy for you to see. Then AGIX, we'll go with them. I think that's absolutely awesome potential. We'll put that there. We've obviously got solid tier as well, which is essentially a solid tier. We've got meh, which is like it's all right, and then we've got nope, which is something that I don't really consider something worth investing in. Which brings me on to Algorand. Algorand for me is going to go in the nope section. I don't like it. I understand. I like the concept. I like what it's doing. I don't like a lot of its connections to certain things, but that's just how I feel about a particular coin. I think it'll probably do really well in the bull run in terms of it'll make money, it'll make gains, but it's just not one that's for me. I won't be picking up any Algorand. Bitcoin, the daddy of crypto. I could put this in meh, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in solid. The reason I'm going to put it in solid is because it's safe. It's very safe. I know you could argue elite tier because it is the granddaddy of all crypto. You could argue that without any problems at all. But for me, I'm concentrating more on altcoins. My budget doesn't allow me to go and get one or two Bitcoin. If it did, then I probably would do that. Had I have enough to then go and chase some of the 100x's, 10x's, things like that. Because for me, Bitcoins are like a 3x. It's not going to pull up any trees in that regard. CRO, the coin for crypto.com. Now, obviously, this was everywhere back in 2021. I do like the project. I like the exchange, but I'm going to put this in meh. And the reason why, it's because, yes, it's going to be very popular, but is it going to make big gains? I don't think it will make massive gains. I think it's a solid project. I don't think it's definitely not going to cost you any money. That's for sure. But yeah, it's not. Most of these coins we're speaking about is stuff that we've spoken about in the past in terms of currencies. I'll look at CSPR now. For me, I'm going to put this in the awesome potential. I think it has got a lot of potential. I do really like CSPR. Yesterday we did a video on that. I know a lot of subscribers also like CSPR, but again, if it lives up to its billing, it's going to have a great bull run. It's yet to have a bull run the same way as Casper hasn't. So I think there's a lot of potential in there. DSO, I'm going to put that also in awesome potential. I know a lot of you not really keen on DSO, but the thing for me is that if Web3 is going to change everything, which I think ultimately long term it probably will, then a load of different social networks have to take the place of the Web 2 versions. I know X or Twitter.com, however you want to describe Elon Musk's project or social media, it's been going for years. Twitter is massive. It is going to be moving into that Web 3 side of things. And I know Facebook has done Meta and stuff like that. So there are going to be challenges to this. But I think DSO might have something. It might have something, and it's got a very low circulating supply, very low maximum supply. So I think there is something in there, and I would like to explore that further. But I had a comment actually about this where they're basically saying that, that it would take a lot of adoption, and I agree. It would take a lot of adoption, but if it does get that, then it could be an awesome potential. But again, it's not there yet. We're going to look at GFAL now. Now, GFAL, I'm actually going to put, and this is going to surprise people, in the elite tier. The reason why is that a lot of people are concerned about what's happened to Gala Games. And I get that 100%. I think that's probably the best placed of all the gaming tokens to really go and take off. I think, again, similar to Casper, its community is fantastic. And I think a lot of people are really looking into GFAL. And I think that might be the game and play for 2025. It's a bold call, I know, but I do think that because that's what I'm going to add as well. I am generally going to add, I decided on Casper and GFAL. And there's maybe room for one or two more, but no more than that. But yeah, GFAL definitely superb. Fabwell, we spoke about this before. I'm going to go and put this in I'm going to go solid. I wasn't going to go awesome potential. I'm going to go solid. I think it'll be a solid play. I think it'll do you okay. It has got awesome potential as well, though, so it's a difficult one. But I'm going to go with solid for Fabwell. Gala Games. So again, I'm going to put that in the solid category because with all this court case and all this nonsense, I think it's going to have a negative effect. I do think it is. I've hit my target on Gala, so I'm not actively buying any more at the moment, but I haven't sold any either. But I do think that you'll still get gains from Gala, I believe, 100%. But can you put it in awesome potential anymore? I don't think you can. Because you could if you're talking about the films and the music side of things as well, but I think solid is probably the more accurate place to put it. H-bar, again, I'm going to put H-bar in solid. I think it's got great partners. I think it's doing really well. I'm concerned about some of the tokenomic side of things, but I do think it's really good. I do hold H-bar as well, as you know. So I think solid is probably kind of accurate for H-bar. ADA, again, I would go with solid. I think you'll definitely get your returns. Will you see the 2021 kind of returns? I don't mean that in terms of its price. I mean that in terms of its X. So for me, I'm going to kind of stick with solid for ADA. I do like the project. Charles Hodgkinson's obviously already massively wealthy. He's not going to be looking to shill or shit on people. So I'm kind of thinking he's already made his own money. He doesn't really have to worry too much about how well this does, but this is obviously a labour of love. That's why I would consider this solid. HTR, Hatha. We spoke about this in a video a while back. I hold this, but I'm concerned that not a lot of things are happening within what they're doing. So I'm going to go with meh. I wouldn't advise anyone to buy any of these things based on what I think, but I think it's a meh. It's okay. It'll probably do well. It'll probably make gains. Will it hit the heights of 2021? Well, without really growing and expanding, then no. And that's my concern. I don't feel there's a lot going on at the minute. So that really worries me. Hello Labs. Now, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So I want to put this into awesome potential because I really like it. I think it's very, very good. I don't own any, but I do like the concept. I like the entertainment side of things. I like the fact it's got the sort of Shark Tank kind of TV series. Well, it'd be a YouTube series, but that kind of feel to it. I think this is a good coin, so I'm going to go awesome potential for that. Jasmine. Now, this is controversial because a lot of people like Jasmine. Again, this is going in awesome potential because I believe that the PDLs are going to be brilliant. I believe that you should be able to democratize your data. I think this is a very, very good project. I know that there's a lot of ill feeling maybe towards it, maybe unnecessarily. I think that if we get them token lockups and it keeps expanding the way it is with Hara and everyone else, then I think awesome potential is where that deserves to be at this stage. Now, Labs, this is another one, which I'm going to put in awesome potential. I think with its NFTs, I think its partnerships are fantastic. I do know it's very low at the minute. We need Bernard Lau to come up and make a statement. We need to see what they're doing, but they've obviously done Miss Grand International. I think it's got a lot of potential, and I think it could be a real surprising token in the bull run for real world assets. It's one that I really do like, and it'd be something that I'll definitely be continuing to invest into and hold what I've currently got. LCX, I want to put this in the solid section. It could go into awesome because it has a lot of elite people behind it in that regard. So it's solid for me. I'm not going to hold any. It's just one of them. It's solid. I know a lot of people like it. That's great. MITX, again, I'm gonna go solid because of its backers and who's behind it. It could move into the awesome potential bit. I think it could 100x, which is nice. But again, I'm doing this based on how my feeling behind a project, as well as just what it can do in terms of price and what it can do in terms of X. Quant. Now, Quant is going straight in the elite tier. You know how I feel about Quant. You know that I'm not necessarily happy about CBDCs and all this kind of stuff, but it's overledger, it's interoperability, it's going to be huge. I think for me, it's probably one of the easiest 10x's in crypto, and I will stick by that because I think it's really, really good. Its price right now is absolutely phenomenal as well. It's definitely a buying opportunity. Myria, I'm going to put alongside Labs with awesome potential. I think it's got a lot going for it. I don't believe it's going to be as good as GFEL, but I know a lot of people are interested in Myria. I think that there's a good community behind it. I think people are really, they're kind of associating with what they're trying to do. So I'm going to go with awesome potential there. Render, again, I'm going to put that awesome potential. It's got the Apple connection. I think it's going to be one of the standout AI coins in the long run. Scale, I'm going to stick that in solid. I like it. When I researched it, I'm not going to buy it, but I do think it's very, very good. NXRA, I want to pop that in the awesome potential field because I think that's really, really solid and positive. It used to be, I think it was ALBT. So that's brilliant. Trias. Now, I love Trias. That's going straight in awesome. Elite, sorry. It's low supply. It's only got 10 million. And they are all out now. As of October, they're all out in circulation. I think Trias is going to be a huge play. And I've encouraged everyone, not encouraged them, but explained that only 1,000 people can ever own, only 10,000 people can only ever own 1,000 Trias. And I think that's going to come into play when supply shock hits, the same way as I think it'll do with Quant. Solana, for me, it's meh. I'm not keen on Solana. I don't think it's that great. I think it had its run in 2021. I think it deserved it. And I know people are saying that the Visa connection is there as well now, which is great. Is it Visa or MasterCard? I'm sure it's Visa, but either way, for me, it's meh. It's all right. It's not going to pull up any trees, in my opinion. VeChain, I want to put that in solid. I think it's a solid project. I like VeChain. I used to hold it. I don't hold it now, but I do. I think it's got a lot of potential. XLM, I'm going to go there with solid as well. Yeah, it's going to have or has had its troubles with the lawsuit regarding XRP more so, but I think XLM is definitely going to be a solid play. I don't think it's going to change the world in this bull run, but I think it's going to be one of these things that's going to be around for a long time. VXV. Now, this is something that's very rarely spoken about. VXV, for me, goes into awesome potential. It's better than what people think, but it doesn't get any marketing at all. It's in the bioscience field, and I'm really impressed with what they're doing. I do really enjoy the project, and I think it's going to do really, really well. That brings me on to VRA. Now, VRA for me is going to go in the elite tier, which is probably going to surprise a few people. But I think it's going to have big X's come the next bull run. I've always been a big fan of VRA. I hold some. I believe you can still stake it in the Vera wallet. No, you can still stake it in the Vera wallet. The APR is obviously a bit less. But yeah, no, I do think that that's going to be a very good play. Descent. This is a tricky one. And I'll put it in awesome potential. I think it's probably earned that right. I know a lot of you guys are keen on it as well. I think it's got a lot of X's in there. If it takes off, Relio, I'm going to put that in. Nope. It's not for me. I know a lot of people are saying that it's got a lot of potential. There's just something missing from it, and like I said, if any of these things, if you disagree with any of these, then please put them in the comments below, because this is a learning journey for everyone, and there's something missing from Relio that doesn't kind of sit with me, and I'm not sure what that is. Tokenomics look okay, but I think Labs has got bigger potential. I think Labs have got more use cases. But again, I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. This is clearly just a way of telling you how I'm feeling right now and what I think. I'm going to try and move this out of the way to put it back here. So yeah, this was a tier list video. It's my first ever one, so I'm not sure exactly how this played out, but I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, then please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you can. It's always massively appreciated. We're doing really well at the minute. We're over 1,060 subscribers, which is huge, considering we've been going to the 25th of July. So it does mean a lot. And I want everyone on this channel to do as well as they can in 2025 bull run. I think it's going to be massive. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you very much. Have a great evening. Have a great day, whatever it is you're doing in the world. At least this time, my face managed to stay on the screen, which for some of you might think it's a good thing. Some others, you might think it's a bad thing, but either way, it's happened. So thank you very much. Take it easy. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow.